Thank you, everyone. Do you know how many women die every week because of domestic violence in Australia? In Australia, one woman dies every week because of domestic violence. Hands up, everyone who knows someone, a woman between the age of 18 and 80 in the room. Keep your hands up. Everyone with their hands up could be going to a funeral this year because of domestic violence. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for caring and wanting to stop the cycle of domestic violence. We need to stop the scourge of domestic violence here in Australia. The reason we started the Refuge, Nigel and I, he tries to hide behind always, but I make him come up. Nigel's a great man. He has to put up with like 13 wives every day going, Nigel, do this. And he hates it. I grew up here in Sydney in a home with really extreme domestic violence. My father was a really violent man, and there was one night where he put an axe through the front door, and like any small child, you think, this is it, this is the end. And for me, I don't want another child to go through the childhood I had. I love my parents, but it was hell. This week we picked up a lady who flew up from Sydney to come to the Gold Coast because she was escaping domestic violence. We've got another one coming tomorrow from Adelaide. We get them from all around Australia because we are unique. We're the only refuge in Australia that takes boys over 12. There's no other refuges that will take boys over 12. I attended the Alison Baden-Clay rally 2.5 years ago on the Gold Coast, actually in Brisbane, and it was because Alison Baden-Clay was killed. Everyone's probably heard the story by her husband, Gerard Baden-Clay. I never want to attend another one of those memorials. It was gut-wrenching, it was sad, it was just horrific. And we all understand the ripple effect, what would be happening now in her family, her children. We need your help. Can you help us, please? We need to help stop the domestic violence, that there's nowhere for the women to go. Because we're unique and we do take their pets, for me it's a no-brainer. I love animals. I just have a passion for animals. And Nigel, he hates them. He hates all the animals.
So he says.
And every few weeks I just wait till he's not around and I smuggle another little animal in, and he goes, there's another duck and it's got a pom-pom on its head, and I go, oh, did you buy a duck? And he goes, I didn't buy a duck, you bought the duck, and I don't want the duck. But anyway, I don't, I just get another animal. We've got lots of amazing animals there, and as you can see on the slides, there's lots of happiness that comes with the animals, and the pet therapy, it just does its bit without doing anything with the kids. The kids want to be involved with the animals, and it's a beautiful thing that just naturally happens. I can't imagine leaving my 12-year-old son and thinking, well, I've got to go and get safe. And that's reality of what's happening with the women. We have women of all ages. Sometimes there's women who are 70 that die because of domestic violence. Sometimes we have beautiful women, 24, that die because of domestic violence. Tara Brown, everyone would have heard about her. She was the one who was rammed off the road in a car, and then her partner iron-barred her to death. Then we have beautiful Chelsea Shillings, 20. She's a baby. And these women are dying because there are no places to go. What the Sanctuary does is we offer a wraparound support. We offer a place for the women to go. And I'll pass over to Linda. She can tell you a bit about what our service provides.
So the Sanctuary provides safe accommodation, shelter, obviously,
food, water, all the necessities for the basic necessities, but it's really important to offer more than that, or else the women will go out there and recreate what they'd already created, unless they break it on a deeper unconscious neurological level, not to get too deep into the psychology of it. But some of the programs that are provided at this all-inclusive holistic wraparound service at the Sanctuary, and I'm reading them because there's so many, but just some of them are gym and yoga to look after the body, art therapy to help the healing for those who are interested in the art, a GP to look after the medical side of things, psychology for the mind factor, counselling, and two of my favourites, the ones I provide personally, one-on-one coaching and one-day workshops that help with self-esteem and confidence. And I know that that's really important because my mother was a victim of domestic violence, and my father and every man she was with, she was a victim of domestic violence. She never thought she was deserving of anything better. She never thought that anything else was possible for her. So I don't want any other woman not breaking the cycle and being stuck in it their whole life. She's dead, but I don't want any more women dead because they couldn't break the cycle. So it shelters one thing, but all these programs are really important. And what Simone is wanting funding for today is for vehicles to get these women around to different programs that will help them be more empowered, because not all of them can happen at the sanctuary. Some of them are externally. And so to get the women there, she needs vehicles to get them all there safely, and sometimes with their children and the prams and all the other bits and pieces. So there's some major vehicles needed, the little run around, utes that don't get many people anywhere. And one of the beautiful programs that she gets women to when she can, and the amount she can get them to, is really something beautiful for their self-esteem and confidence, and it's giving back to others by feeding the homeless. So that is one of the things she'll be calling for today, a vehicle to get these women and their children, because it's beautiful to get their children, they're helping others, and you realise there are people worse out there than yourself. Thank you.
Thanks, Linda. We want our children in life to excel. We want for our children to go on and follow their dreams, pursue their goals, and that's what I want for these women. I want them to come out better than what they came into the refuge. Sometimes we get women with horrific injuries. Sometimes the women can come in with broken necks and they'll have halo collars drilled into their head. That sometimes they'll have compressed cheekbones, they'll have broken arms. We see a really ugly side of life sometimes, but they come in so broken and they leave different people. They're like the swans that take off, which that's what we want. That's the yes moment that, yep, we've done our job there. We get cats that have got broken tails, dogs with spinal injuries because they get in the middle of the domestic violence. We want a place of healing, and that's what we're doing. We are healing and we're providing safety and security. If we go to the basics of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we know that Maslow says that we need food, shelter, clothing. We need a place to heal and become full circle. Mother Teresa once said, "Alone I cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples." And that's what my whole team, Nigel, Linda, everyone who helps me, we're part of. We want to be the drop in the ocean to help domestic violence. If you can help me, that would be really wonderful. We need your help. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening.